You are now watching the Queen Chioma.
So hey guys, I'm back with another video. So today's video is going to be yet again another unpopular opinions featuring our very best guest to this channel, our boy Derrius. So if you guys don't know, Derrius has his own channel where he does reactions, commentary, and things of that nature. So Derrius, go ahead and let them know what your channel is.
Well, my channel is all about reactions, talk about social issues, and the best that everybody love on my channel, The Dragon. If you're new, please check out my channel, UNCLEDERRENT. Period.
So today we're going to be doing unpopular opinions. So you guys already know the drill. I'm going to start, Derrius will go, and then we'll just go back and forth and react to each other's unpopular opinions. So let's get right into this video. Unpopular opinion number one for me. College should not be free. It should just be way cheaper. Why I say this is because I feel like having higher education should cost. Like technically, it's not something that is funded by, public schools like we are in high school. It shouldn't necessarily be free. It would be great if it was, you know what I'm saying? It'd be great if college was free, but I just definitely think it shouldn't be free, but it should just be way cheaper, especially because I'm graduating within the next 2 weeks, and I feel like this past 5 years was not worth the money whatsoever. So it was just way too expensive. I would have still paid for it, but definitely not this price.
Yeah, definitely agree on that. So glad I don't have to pay.
Luckily for you, you don't have to pay, but
but definitely college is too expensive.
Way too expensive. But even as a student athlete, like you still incur costs. Like you have to pay for gas, you buy food, things like that.
Pay rent.
Gotta pay rent. So I mean, it's just too expensive to be honest, and that's in America.
My first one is I hate when a black person just hang out with white people.
Yo, what's wrong with you? Why? Why? Tell them why.
I'm like, I'd be really worried about a black person. All his friends is white. Don't get me wrong, it could be because where he grown up at, like he could be in a predominantly white neighborhood, go to
No, because I went to predominantly white school all my life and I had black friends my entire life.
Exactly. I don't think that's a good excuse. But I just feel like they're weird just to have their whole friend group white. Like, you don't have no black friends. Like,
that is kind of weird to not associate with any black people as a black person other than your family. And right. Even at that, the people that I went to high school with that were the black kids that only had white friends, they just like shunned black people, black culture, the black students. Like, it wasn't that, hey, I just had some friends that are white. It was like, nah, I only rock with white people. So it definitely is kind of weird sometimes. Unpopular opinion number two for me is posting your significant other, meaning posting your boyfriend or your girlfriend, does matter. And I feel like it does matter because people try to downplay showcasing love when in reality you should be able to showcase your love without anyone putting a strength on it. I think people always say like, oh, you shouldn't have to post your significant other to prove anything to anyone else, but why can I not though? Like, I feel like it does matter. Like, what is wrong with posting my significant other? If your relationship is solid and it has a good foundation, it shouldn't matter if you post or do not post. But I think it does matter because what are you hiding me for? Why not? And don't tell me, oh, because of privacy. We don't have to be extremely overt with our business just to be posting each other. Like, simple, hey babe type of post. There's nothing wrong with that. People act like posting your significant other automatically suggests you to bullshit, which I don't agree. Like, if you don't post your person, y'all ain't even in a relationship if you ask me.
Definitely 100%. My second unpopular opinion is ranches for salad and blue cheeses for wings.
Okay, as much as I don't eat wings anymore, I agree. I don't think ranch is for chicken.
Like, ranch, I can only eat ranch with salad, and blue cheese belongs with wings. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that one.
I can't eat ranch with anything else.
Okay, so my next one is going to hurt a lot of the black community, but I said what I said, I meant what I said, and I'll say it again. And that is the movie Set It Off was mediocre. I didn't like the movie at all. I honestly was not allowed to watch BET growing up, so any black classic films I probably didn't watch until I got to college. And I watched Set It Off for the first time like a year or two ago, and I think the movie is actually mediocre. I don't know why people say like it's the best black movie ever, because I don't think
Definitely
it is.
Not the best.
But they put it up there like it's the top. Like, I thought the movie was kind of mediocre. Like, okay, 4 women rob a bank. The movie was way too long. Movie long as hell.
Definitely long.
Whew, I thought it was mediocre.
Yeah, definitely not the best black movie. The best black movie to me, is Love and Basketball in The Wood. Definitely.
I agree. Love and Basketball, The Wood, Juice.
Even though watching it as
Baby Boy.
Even though watching it as a grown person, why the fuck Monica go back to Quincy. Like, this nigga...
Why did Monica go back to, like, this ride or die mentality, just like, niggas just be doing girls mad bold.
This nigga chose a different bitch.
And everything.
Got her, I think she even got her pregnant and shit. Yep. Married the bitch.
Married the girl.
Then you stick around and still married
married
him and have a child with him.
And not to mention, you pursued him while you knew he was to be married, like Monica.
Exactly.
Desperation is not a good look at all.
Oh, but anyway, Set It Off, yeah, I think it's a tad bit overrated. I love Set It Off, but I think it's overrated. Alright, my third one is, I hate posts like, if you scroll by your heartless post. I fucking hate that post. I don't give a fuck if I scroll past what a little kid holding something or somebody died.
So wait, you see a little girl with cancer, you scrolling by?
Yes, I'm scrolling the fuck. I say mine.
I'm scrolling too, like why do you, basically what you're saying is, why do I have to double tap or share or repost a post to show that I care? Like, that's not how this works. Like, there was a girl this morning on Twitter that said, some of y'all don't like to post that you rock with God and that you're all for Jesus, and it shows. And I'm just like, why do I have to get on the internet and prove my relationship with Christ to you? Like, this is social media, one of the most toxic places in the whole entire world. Like, what?
Like, I hate them posts. You want your clout, you got it. I'm not sharing, I'm not liking, I'm not loving, I'm not hot, I'm not wowing, I'm not angry face. No, I'm scrolling the fuck past and getting my life.
Yes. My next one says, the song Ballin' by Roddy Ricch is better than The Box. I don't care what nobody says. I think Ballin' was one of those classic hits that we're definitely going to be listening to it like years from now. I don't think The Box was bad, but like the only part that people even said anything about was bitch don't wear no shoes in my house. Which, bitch don't wear no shoes in my house. Like, the fuck? But still, like, I think Ballin' was better. Oh, she's a nigga soul. Starting Cash App. Yeah, that was cool too, but I don't think the song is even all that like...
Yeah, I do like Baller better than
Ballin' is a better song.
My next unpopular opinion is, can we please stop the YouTubers turning into rappers trend? I am sick of it. Not every YouTuber are made to be a fucking rapper.
Let alone a musician.
Exactly. And this also go for the people that drop out of college and think rapper is my next calling. Nope. Nope. We cutting that out too.
Because people don't have a path. They just think they can do anything.
The only YouTubers that are good artists is Queen Naija. She actually got some good music. DDG and Armand and Trey. They the only people that has good music. Now, people like Perfect Glass, she can get the fuck. I
don't even watch them no more. I don't even know what they do.
She can't rap for shit.
Unsubscribe from all of them alone.
Definitely. I definitely unsubscribe. Like, sis can't rap for shit. She literally made a video about rapping for fucking water.
I mean, there's a song called Move Like a Snake, and that song's stupid. Trust me, I'm all for Kayla Nicole TV, but that song dumb as fuck.
Dumb as fuck.
Okay, so my next one is definitely going to trigger a lot of people, and I feel like I've said it in a video before, but to be honest, my opinion is so firm on this that I probably have to just say it again. And that is, pregnancy is a choice. There's no such thing as accidental pregnancy. You can't get pregnant on accident. Every single time you spread your pretty pink pussy open to be penetrated by a pulsing penis, every single time you do that, you are risking pregnancy. So if you don't want to get pregnant, then you don't have sex. Therefore, when you bust it open, one of the risks that you take is pregnancy. Therefore, pregnancy can never be accidental, because if it was, then you could just slip upon a rock and get pregnant. That's just not how it works. So when people sit here and want to cry all these tears, OMG girl, I'm pregnant. Well, duh, you're not on birth control. You're not using any type of contraceptives. You don't wear condoms. What do you expect? It's not an accident, okay? It's a choice. And then when you do get pregnant, you still have a choice whether you want to remain pregnant. So I just feel like pregnancy is a choice, and regardless if you're pro-choice or pro-not choice, whatever, it's still a choice at the end of the day. And when you slip upon pregnancy, just know after you bust it open and have your pretty pink pussy penetrated by a pulsing piping penis, that was on you, okay? Period.
And the only excuse is that if you were sexually assaulted or the R word.
Yes.
But other than that, no, bitch. You was just spreading your legs for your little nigga and got pregnant. Deal with it. Deal with the consequences. You make that risk.
And ladies, let's not forget that you don't just have sex and get pregnant. Like, you can only get pregnant a certain amount of days out of the month when you're ovulating, which any young woman with her head on straight should know when those days are and keep track of it. So you can avoid those days so that it does not happen. So pregnancy is really like a gamble. Like, you're really rolling the dice on this. So the fact that so many girls from my high school keep just saying, oh, I'm pregnant, it was unexpected, Please. I don't believe in that. I'm sorry, I don't. You can miss me with that. Because if that's the case, almost every woman should be pregnant.
Exactly.
Has sex. As soon as we have sex, we should have been pregnant by now.
Exactly. Yeah, you can miss me with that tired ass excuse talking about it was unexpected.
It wasn't unexpected. You want to know why? Because that's the risk that you take. It was maybe unexpected that it would happen, but it wasn't unexpected that it could actually happen, if that makes sense. Like,
alright, my next one is eating pussy do not cure for growing facial hair. For my niggas out there.
I think that's just like a tall tale.
Wherever this myth came from, it is not true. I had a full fucking beard before I tasted the hoo-ha, and
this is the tea that we've been waiting on.
Like, I had a full-fledged beard before I tasted the hoo-ha. So that myth do not exist. It's all about genetics.
Okay, I agree with that. Well, I don't know. I'm not a man, so we'll go like that. So the next one, again, my next one is definitely going to trigger some people just a little bit, because you're going to think like, oh yeah, she's just a little hater. But it says, Russell Wilson receives an extreme praise for doing what a man should do. People act like, for whatever reason, Russell Wilson is doing something so like out of this world in the way that he treats Sierra, treats her son, and raises their family. Like, why are we giving that much praise for a man doing what he is supposed to do? Marry somebody, be faithful, take care of his family. Isn't that what men are supposed to do when they decide to pursue and be with a woman through marriage and all of that? So I know that people probably do it because Sierra started off with Future and ended up with Russell, so it's like, okay, night and day, this huge contrast. But even though I love their relationship or whatever, I think he receives like so much praise for doing the right thing. Like, and don't get me wrong, we can reward good behavior, that's great, but he just gets extreme praise and worship for doing the things a man should be doing.
I think he get praised because he left a white bitch for a black one.
But nobody knows that though. People are just now finding that out. I've been through that.
And he left that white pasty bitch because the bitch cheated
on him, yeah.
And he found Sierra.
Yeah.
That is very rare for a black dude to leave a white bitch for a black one.
Yeah, especially
very
when they're
rare.
Coming out like within the NFL and all of that. Like, it is kind of rare. So, but I just feel like he gets a little bit too much praise for things he's supposed to be doing. Like, definitely reward good behavior, but dang, like, people act like this is like some I've never seen this before behavior. Like, that's what your man should be doing. That's what your husband, I should say, should be doing. Like,
all right, my next one is your shoe size don't determine your dick size.
Wait, what's with all these sexual?
I had to.
I mean, definitely agree. Definitely agree.
Your foot size do not match your dick size. I'm sorry, where the fuck that came from.
And I don't know why young girls even believe that, because a lot of girls be like, ooh, girl, he wears size 14. You already know he packing. Sis,
like, I wear.
You sure?
I wear a size 18. Y'all.
Okay, wait.
Okay, I'm not going that far. I'm not going that far. I wear a size 18, and people always say, "Oh, you must be packing." Sis, that's none of your business,
it's
and
not.
we just gonna keep it my business.
Okay.
If you want to see it, by all means, do you. Let's just say the right words, shoot your shot. Oh yeah.
All right then. Thank you for that lesson, Dr. Derrius. My next one says, just because a black person gets a nose job does not mean they're trying to get rid of their black features or trying to be white. I feel like noses are a bit weird because yes, there are cultures with bigger noses, but I feel like black people are so diverse that there are black people with a nose like mine that's more chubby. There are black people with a slimmer nose. I feel like if I was to get a nose job, that doesn't mean that I want to be white, or that does not mean I'm trying to get rid of my black features. Just because I changed the shape of my nose or whatever it may be, I don't think that means, oh, the person is just trying to get rid of their blackness. I've seen a lot of people get nose jobs just to fix humps or to fix like it be crooked to the side or something like that.
And sometimes they can't even control it. What if they have a broken nose that need to be surgically repaired?
Yeah, like the guy that I talked to has like, he broke his nose when he was younger, so he has like a hump on his nose. So it makes him look like he has a big nose, but like in reality he probably has a slimmer nose. It's just he broke his nose. If he wants to get it fixed, he can get it fixed. But I don't think getting a nose job as a black person automatically equates to the fact that, oh, you're trying to get rid of your blackness, let alone be white. Like,
exactly.
Getting a rhinoplasty does not mean that you're trying to be white or trying to get rid of your blackness. It could mean that, but I think in most cases it's just a cosmetic alteration that can give you results that still look like a black person's nose, let alone a nose period, because anybody could really have any type of nose. Now, white people do be having them shark beak fins and stuff, but no black person's gonna want to get that. So if a black person gets a smaller nose, that doesn't automatically mean that they're trying to get rid of their blackness.
Anime is not good to me.
you're gonna upset so many people.
Yeah, anime, whatever, that Chinese, Asian, Japanese, whatever. Don't like it. Don't care for it. The only like anime I did watch while I was younger, Pokemon, if that counts, Yu-Gi-Oh, if that counts, and Dragon Ball Z. Only type of anime I will watch. Y'all trying to get me into anime, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I never got into the anime scene. I would watch it though. It looked like it's cool. I just don't like reading subtitles. I don't like that. But people say like if they try to make it English, it just doesn't make any sense. Like it just takes away from it. So I don't know. My next one says being a hot girl does not make you a hoe. And I just really want people to understand that when Meg Thee Stallion came out with the whole hot girl movement, nothing about it screams like, oh, I'm a hoe. Like nothing about it said, hey, let's just go have sex with 30 men this weekend.
What about city girls?
I don't think the city girls are saying that you have to be a hoe. I think their message is a little bit worse because they basically say, okay, scam these dudes, take their money and all of that, but I don't think it means that you're being a hoe. And I hate when men say, oh, I thought y'all were hot girls. I thought y'all were city girls. Y'all were trying to be hoes all summer. But no, I thought it was just a movement for women to have fun, enjoy their summer, don't have to deal with men, and just be you, like be yourself and just embrace yourself being a woman, not necessarily even a black woman. Like, I don't see how people got that, oh, being a hot girl means that you're being a hoe. Just because she shakes ass or twerks or whatever does not mean that you're a hoe. And I don't know why people think that.
Yeah, I thought the hot girl movement was about a woman that want to have fun and unapologetically having fun and don't give a fuck what anybody say. They just doing them and living their best.
Yeah, it's just about like you said, having an unapologetically fun time. That's how I took it. I never said, oh, well, Meg Thee Stallion's over here saying be a hot girl, so I'm gonna go be a hoe and, have sex with 42 niggas in one night. Like, what sense does that make? But whatever.
All right, my next one is black people. Come here, listen to me. Stop inviting white people to the damn cookout. I am sick of that bullshit. Stop inviting their asses to the cookout. No, they don't need to be invited to the damn cookout. They can be invited to the picnic.
Not the picnic.
They can be invited to the brunch. Anything but the cookout. Stop doing that shit. Just because a white person do some type of behavior that will satisfy black people doesn't give them a free get out of jail free card to come to the cookout. I'm sorry. Stop that nonsense. That shit need to go. Get the fuck and move the fuck on. I said what I said.
I agree, because black people sometimes are way too welcoming to people who would never put them in their places. So not everybody, especially white people, they don't always need to be at our cookouts. And that's both in real life, like actual cookouts, and actually figuratively, like in our spaces. They don't always have to be here. Some people are truly allies. Most of them are not. So definitely know the difference. Okay, so my last one, I don't care whose feelings is hurt, but it says people who smoke cigarettes should not be allowed to work in the healthcare fields. How can you sit here and be a healthcare worker but you smoke cigarettes? What type of hypocritical contradiction are you even promoting? I don't want you taking care of my patient. I don't even want you by a hospital if you smoke cigarettes. This is a hospital. We are promoting health. We are maintaining health. We are bringing people back to health. Whether it's a hospital, a nursing home, a personal care facility. Nobody should be smoking cigarettes and then go and work with people who are maybe they have immunodeficiency diseases, or maybe they're sick, or whatever it may be. I don't care if my ankle's cracked. I don't want my nurse to be smoking cigarettes. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't correlate, and it's a contradiction. I said what I said.
Period. If you smoke cigarettes, get the fuck
just
out.
Stop. Like, to me, if you smoke cigarettes, there gotta be something wrong with you. How you start doing that?
Life had to be kicking my fucking ass for me to pick up a cigarette and smoke it.
No, for real. Because you know a cigarette is bad. Like, you don't just pick it up and just ignorantly smoke it. Like, you already know that I'm inhaling something that can cause cancer. On the pack it says, caution, this product contains tobacco, nicotine, and can cause X, Y, and Z. So I just kind of feel like if you're gonna have that type of neglect for your health, why should I trust you with my health? Like, not saying that you're physically incapable to help me, but I just kind of feel like it's a taboo. And they smell nasty as stick to your yellow your teeth, having the buttery ass teeth. Like, nah. Like, go to next.
Go ahead and get prepared to talk out. Put a little microphone on your neck.
Yo, I'm completely done with this guy. He gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. He said go ahead and prepare to talk with him. We're going straight to hell. We're going straight there. We will not be passing go and collecting our 200.
Alright, my last unpopular opinion is grills look tacky as fuck to me. tacky as fuck.
It's a down south thing. Like, I try to tell my friends that have grills, fronts, golds, whatever you want to call it. Like, that's cool where you're from. That's cool in Alabama. That's cool in Florida. That's cool down there. But up here, well, I'm from the East Coast. This is the Midwest. But up here, golds, fronts, grills, it's just not really considered. Like, you lame for that up here, in my opinion. Like, it's kind of lame to wear that. Like, in Baltimore, I know they be wearing fronts. I don't know if they still wear it, but like growing up, that's why I'm like, my friends that have it, I'm like, okay, I've seen this before. But it looks good when you're kind of like niggered up, if that makes sense. Like, if you're on your hood swag, it looks good to complete the look, but on some everyday type time, I be trying to tell people, I don't think it's all that. I don't mind it, but
I know my teammates be wearing their grills during the game.
see, that's just ghetto.
Like, that is some ghetto.
And they really think it's like, oh, if I wear these golds, girls is gonna talk to me. Maybe down south, but not over here.
They look tacky.
I don't think they're tacky. I just kind of feel like it's a time and place to wear them. Like, on some casual stuff, if you got golds in, I just kind of feel like you're trying too hard. If you're at a party and you got your whole fit, and you got your whole thing on that goes with it, then so be it. That's your swag. I'm not gonna make fun of nobody else's swag, but I just kind of feel like it's a time and place for golds, fronts, grills, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so that completes this episode of Unpopular Opinions with our boy Derrius. This definitely had to be one of our most funny ones and definitely was the most triggering that we've done in a while. Check out Derrius's channel. I will have the link down below in my description box. One last time, let them know what your channel name is.
UNCLEDERRENT.
Period. So that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed and we'll see you guys in our next one. Bye guys. Don't have those viewpoints, to be honest. I mean, granted, if I see that you are obese or overweight, then I'm going to assume you're unhealthy. But in terms of showing off your body, skin is skin to me. It is your largest organ. And if you have more skin, honestly, we're just going to see more of it, regardless if you're shaking your ass or just walking into Walmart or doing whatever. Although I think physical attraction to someone is important and should be regarded, I don't think a big girl shaking her ass is different than a small girl like Ari or anyone else shaking her ass. I think people like to make it a big deal because people want to have the outrage to prove that there's extreme fat shaming going on, which there can be, but regardless, it's all the same action. If you can't fathom Lizzo being big and showing her ass,